Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another day on the ice. So we're up in northern Minnesota on a small lake doing some overnight ice camping and fishing. And as you can tell, it is absolutely gorgeous out here today. There's nobody else out here and the fish are biting. I don't know what more I can ask for. I'm gonna grab the rest of my things. We're gonna hop inside the tent. We're gonna get settled in and get ready for the night. Everything is set up for the night. We've got the heater going, underwater camera is down. I'm gonna take my rods out, get rigged up, and catch some fish. I am excited to sit back, relax, and enjoy the night. I'm gonna get a little bit more comfortable here. It is starting to get hot in here. Oh, here we go. He's coming right into it. Oh, one of them just took my dead stick. The other one's on here. Got him. There we go. Feels like a good one too. Oh yeah, that is a tank. Oh my gosh. What was that? I accidentally tapped the bait feeder option on this reel. Not what I was trying to do there. Another slab. That is incredible. First two fish are giant 12.5-inch crappie. This thing is huge. This one is a little bit smaller, coming in at 9 inches, but two of them back to back. There is nothing wrong with that. Rarely do I ever hold two fish while I'm on the ice doing catch and release. This guy came up and ate it, and then as I was bringing him up, this guy came through. We're gonna get them both right back in the water there. Tonight is starting out to be a great night. There is still more fish down here. I gotta get dropped right back down and catch another one. These fish are not sticking around. Seems like when the school pushes through, they stay for 5 or 10 minutes and then they just leave. So when they're down here, I gotta be as fast as I possibly can to try to catch as many of them because they are aggressive. Looks like we got a few fish to our right there. They don't look too big though. I gotta wait for another big school to come through. Here we go, he's coming right up to it. There he is. Feels like a pretty good one too. Something just grabbed my dead stick. They are definitely coming through good right now. I just cut the line right off. Look at that guy. Not a monster. Oh, and my other rod's down. Nope, didn't stick that one. There is a ton of them down here. Not a monster, a good looking fish, maybe around 6 or 7 inches. Definitely seems when there is one, there is many more. Same thing, exact same time. They both just ate. I'm gonna put that one right back down. The same fish looks like he's on it. They are just crazy aggressive today. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna get rigged right back up. I just put my line a little bit too close to my heater. That is never a smart thing to do. I'm gonna try something different and I'm gonna throw down a spoon. This is a little Acme tungsten spoon that I'm gonna drop down. If you guys can't tell, I am a big fan of that color. Definitely one of my all-time favorite spoon colors for crappie. We're gonna get this down here. I'm gonna tip it with a crappie minnow, not just the head this time. I'm gonna try a full crappie minnow. It seems these fish are aggressive enough. They're gonna have no problem eating this. There is so many of them down here. Looks like maybe 10 or 15 different big crappie. Let's see if we can get one to come up right away. They're all looking at it. I have one on the dead stick and one coming right up. He grabbed it. He just spit it though. There he is. That did not take long. This doesn't look like the big one though. There was 2 marks. One was big, one was little. Come on up here, buddy. Well, that was probably, I'd say, 30 seconds down there before it got 8. There is just so many of them. And my bobber's down. Has he still got it? They are definitely coming through in pairs. Looks like he's gonna grab it again. I'm gonna get this one right back in the water so I can reel up the other rod. Not a monster, but it is a fish, and that is all I care about. Yep, he grabbed it. There he is. Another double up. Any bigger than the last one? No, not by much. These aren't giants, but you know what? I can't complain when I'm doubling up. Another 6 or 7 incher. I'm gonna get them both right back in the water. Thank you guys for participating in today's video. Let's drop this right back down. I'm just hoping I see some of these bigger fish. I've seen a few big marks that have to be at least 12, 13 inches, if not more. They are some really thick marks. But these smaller ones are just so much more aggressive. There's almost no chance. These little ones always get to it first. There is a few nice fish. Here's one of them. That's a big fish. It's a nice crappie. That's a giant crappie. You are not a crappie, are you? It's a nice walleye. There we go. That is a nice walleye. I'm guessing a lot of these bigger marks are not crappie. They are actually walleye. What a beautiful, beautiful fish. That is awesome. The whole goal for today was to get on some crappie, but I can't complain with a walleye. Let's get this one right back in the water. Let her swim off to sea another day. There she goes. That is an awesome surprise. I was not expecting any walleye today, to be fully honest, but I can't complain. I would much rather catch that than a crappie. I did really think it was a trophy crappie, but I'll take a walleye any day of the week. Hopefully that is the first of many. We're gonna drop this right back down. There's the dead stick. There's 4 really big marks down here. Here's one of them. There he is. Maybe 10 seconds after the walleye. I'm guessing just a little crappie. There we go. Oh, okay. Get you right back. Maybe a 9 or 10 inch crappie. Nothing giant. Hook just pulled right at my face. It is now 3 hours past dark. I've spent the last few hours just messing with these fish down here. There is probably 150 to 200 fish on my graph. It is absolutely unbelievable. It pretty much just looks like a Christmas tree. You really can't see anything. There's so many fish. I moved the camera to a spot where you guys should have a better view. No reason to have it on the graph if you can't even see what is going on. I have just been messing around with them, trying different lures, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and it seems like they will eat pretty much anything. I even caught them on a bare hook, so that tells me tonight is going to be a crazy night. I don't want to stay up too late. We'll give it an hour or two more, try to see if we can't catch a bunch more fish and hopefully something really big. Otherwise, we're going to get up tomorrow. We're going to see if we can't get some early sunrise walleye. And maybe go outside, go explore. Seems like it's going to be fairly nice tomorrow with no wind. We might just have to hole hop a little bit. Try to catch some walleye or crappie in the morning before calling it a day. It is just honestly beautiful. This definitely beats getting skunked. Sometimes with lakes like this, you really never know what to expect. Some days you catch a bunch of fish, some days you don't catch anything. I am just happy we found some fish. Feels like a nicer one. Not as big as I thought she was. Gave me a good fight though. Can't even get a 10-second break to eat. These fish are so aggressive. We're gonna get you right back in the water, buddy. We'll try to catch a few of your brothers and sisters, and then we are gonna call it a night. I'm ready to go to bed, get a good night's sleep, and chase after him in the morning. I could probably stay up all night and catch these same fish. I don't think in my whole entire life I've seen this many fish on a graph. I mean, there is an easy 150 to 200 crappie here. Definitely fun. I will be back here soon. I am having a blast. All night, these fish are just aggressive. I'm gonna try to see if I can target some of these bigger fish. I don't know if I want to throw down a bigger bait, throw on maybe a little small sucker. I'm not entirely sure. The hard part is just, I mean, when you have 500 little fish down here, the chance of you even getting close to that really big one is just so small. There's still a chance. You just got to go through so many little ones, which is definitely disappointing. Seeing these giant marks down here, even seeing them come in, get ready to eat, and a little one comes in the second before and takes it. I don't know what, maybe I'll throw on something a little bit bigger. That might be the ticket. There is nothing better than a heater on a cold night. Turning this thing on and warming myself up when I'm on the ice feels so nice. There is just something about sleeping and fishing at the same spot, and about being on the ice and staying warm. I love ice fishing. It is one of my favorite things to do, but I am just not a fan of getting cold. And the moment I get cold, it is just not fun for me anymore. Having a heater is just makes this a dream. Sitting out here, being on a cold surface, but staying warm, just incredible. Really take it for granted sometimes. I sure do love my heater. I think we're gonna catch one more and call it a night. I wanna get up pretty early. It's starting to get fairly late now. I wanna get up really, really early and try to get on a sunrise, either crappie or walleye. I've never fished this in the AM. I don't really know what to expect. Could be walleye, could be crappie, could be bullhead. You really never know. So we're just gonna kind of see if we can't catch one more and call it a night. I tried switching up to a few different lures. I upsized my presentation of my spoon almost 3 times to a bigger spoon, and still, the little ones were aggressive enough to eat that too. So there's really nothing I can do to pinpoint these bigger fish other than throwing down a full-on sucker. I think I'm gonna have to just call it a night. There is no reason to stay up and chase after some more little fish. I've been doing that for the last 5 hours, and I am all fished out. I'm gonna get in my sleeping bag, and I am gonna go to bed. Here's one. Feels pretty good too. I was just telling you guys I'm gonna go to bed, and this guy came out and grabbed it. I was just about to turn off the light too. What are you? You are a big fish, whatever you are. Oh, you gotta be joking. A pike? I guess today is turning out to be a multi-species day. Right before I was about to take this rod out of the water too. All right, buddy. I'm gonna get you right back in the water. Let's make sure we get the hook out of you all right. I want to send you off onto your merry way. Not a very big pike either, but I will take it and get her right back in the water and let her swim off. Like I was saying, I'm gonna get into my sleeping bag and I am gonna go to bed. I am ready to get a good night's sleep, get up in the morning, and chase after some more fish. I'm gonna go to bed and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. That was quite a long night. I think out of the whole night, I maybe got 2 hours of sleep. Whew. It got a little windy last night. That is definitely true. Let's see if there's any fish down here. We've still got about 30 minutes till the sun rises. I wanted to drop a line before the sun got up. See if there's still any crappie down here. Let's get this dropped right back down. I am still marking some fish, so there is definitely some fish that's stuck around, but not even close to as many as there was before. There's maybe 5 fish down here. The thing about the 5 fish is that they all look like semi-decent marks. They aren't looking super small, which is definitely a good sign. I'm really hoping to see some walleye come through. A little early morning sunrise walleye. It is 29 degrees right now. A little warmer than I'd like, but that is all right. Last night was surprisingly fairly warm. I think the average throughout the night was around like 30 to 31 degrees. Probably the warmest I've ever ice camped in my life. Never fished this in the morning. I really don't know what to expect. Crappie, walleye, perch. We are about to find out. I am just glad nothing bad happened throughout the night. That's always my one concern on the ice. We will see. A couple fish down there. One of them's been sitting on my dead stick for probably the last 5 minutes and just hasn't eaten it. Not really sure what he's doing. There he is. It's a good sign. Those 2 nice marks down there. I'm guessing fairly decent crappie. Yeah, there we go. Not total giants, but a good start to the morning. I'm just happy I'm seeing some fish. No big schools, but the marks I am seeing seem to be fairly decent. That was the smaller one out of the 2. But I am just glad to be catching fish. I don't usually chase crappie in the morning. Can't complain when a fish is hungry. I was kind of hoping for walleye. Still doesn't mean they're not down there. I might just need to search a little bit harder. We're gonna see how windy it is today once the sun comes up. We might have to get outside and find some fish. Looks like a couple more fish down here. One of them just grabbed the dead stick. There we go. Doesn't feel too big either. A little bigger than that last one. All right. Second fish of the morning. Nice one. Always can't complain. They are just fun to catch. I'm gonna keep a couple of them. I'm gonna cook up something tonight, so I might as well bring a couple home with me. I'm gonna throw you in my bucket I got outside. I guess I should say sled. All right, 2 fish down. Hopefully many more to come. It is nice and toasty in here. It's getting colder outside. Hopefully that gets the bite turned on. No fog this morning. Very, very clear. Sun has yet to come up. Should be about 5 or 10 minutes and we'll be able to see outside. I'm gonna just drop this guy right back down. See if we can get a couple more to come through. The good thing about smaller schools of fish is there's usually bigger ones. When I see those schools of 100, 150 fish, it's a pretty small chance there's going to be a true giant in there. Usually the really big ones, they just move in pairs or groups. So it isn't a bad thing we're not seeing huge schools of fish. That might just mean the fish are a little bit bigger. We'll drop right back down. First one of the trip was 12.5, and I have yet to see another one like that. A little disappointing, but we've got time. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay out here today. I just checked the weather, and it looks like it's getting pretty windy, like 39 mile per hour winds today. And the last thing I want to do is try to get off this lake with a really high wind. We're probably going to spend 4 or 5 more hours out here, fish it until it gets windy, and then call it a day. We'll just kind of go from there. We will see when it starts getting windy, and then we can pack up accordingly. No reason to try to pack up in extreme wind. That is never fun. Let's get you right back down, buddy. This guy's coming in really hot. And he's going straight for the dead stick. Oh, the other one's going for my jigging bait. Let's see if we can get them both. There's that one. Seemed like fairly nicer fish down there too. The other one's still on the dead stick. He's pulling it up and down. Might be able to double up. That was a giant. That was a giant crappie. Popped off right at the hole. Probably another 12-incher. Spooked the other one too. That was a big crappie. Oh man. That's alright. There's more where that came from. Nice to see some big girls though this morning. Man, that thing was thick. Took up almost the whole hole. That's all right. If there's one, I'm sure there's gonna be more. It's been about an hour since that last fish came through. I'm starting to think this is not a morning spot. I'm not seeing any action, any movement. There's pretty much nothing. Nothing on the graph, nothing out there. I even took my dead stick in and I threw out a flag with a sucker on it just in case maybe a pike or a walleye came through and wanted a sucker. Nope, not that either. I'm gonna still stick it out. I can't go home yet. I want to try to catch at least a few more fish. Even if I'm not seeing anything now, it doesn't mean they're not going to come through later. I guess I just got to hope for the best and maybe move around a little bit. As much as I would like to, it's like 21 degrees right now, and I did not fully prepare to be moving around, so I didn't bring all my warm clothes. So we might just stick in for today. Give it a little bit, give it a couple more hours, see if we can't catch a few more fish, or at least see a walleye. I would love to see a walleye come through. We're just gonna stick it out and see what happens. Got him. What do we got here? Ah, a little pike. Oh man, you're not what I'm after. Set the flag up maybe an hour ago and it finally goes off, but she was just a little pike. I'll take it though. Fish is a fish this morning, and there she is. Another really little pike. First one on the tip up, set it up, like I said, maybe an hour ago, and finally something ate it. First fish I've seen in 4 hours, which is the problem. It is now, oh, what time even is it? 11:24. So it's been quite a long morning. I had a big walleye come through probably 3.5, 4 hours ago. After that, I haven't seen a single fish. I set up that tip up, finally got a fish to even come through, but of course, wasn't the target species. Honestly, can't complain. I had a good night. Last night was just incredible. A lot of fish. We caught pike, walleye, and crappie, and did a little multi-species camping adventure. And now I'm gonna take everything, I'm gonna pack it up, and I'm gonna head back to my truck. I've still got quite the long walk back and a very long drive home. So I better get started. This was my first ice camping video of the year, so I might have been a little bit rusty, but I'll get the hang of it again, just like I did last year. So expect a whole lot more ice camping videos coming later in the winter. Thank you so much for 95,000 subscribers on YouTube. Honestly, I never thought I'd ever be here, and it is all thanks to you guys. My goal for the year was to hit 50,000 subscribers. And I'm gonna have to make a new goal to try to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It is possible with the help of you guys. If you guys aren't already subscribed, please subscribe if you like ice fishing and ice camping content. Thanks so much. I love you guys, and you mean the world to me. Until I see you guys in the next one, peace out.